Okay. In every socialist country, the gradual socialist ruin always starts with the Marxist-Leninist attack on religion and family. After that, communists and planners gradually destroy every country where they are able to grab the power. In the end, the destruction is complete, and the communists themselves suffer the unintended consequences, living in an impoverished country. I was born into socialism in Czechoslovakia soon after Stalinist era. The country had been prosperous until the communist coup in 1948. As a born-again university student, I got to know some people who suffered great persecution for their Christian faith as I was participating in underground church activities. Around 2008 election, I had lived in the US for a quarter of a century. At that time, I noticed some of the things in the US that had been a part of the pattern in every socialist country where communists usurped power. I described this in my 2012 pre-election YouTube video. You can also read about it in Paul Kengor's 2015 book, Takedown. I got it right here. It says, Takedown, From Communists to Progressives, How the Left Has Sabotaged Family and Marriage, by Professor Paul Kengor, PhD. And I'll take one part of one sentence from his book here, and I quote, "What really strikes me is how modern liberal progressive Democrats in America have arrived at Sanger's Bolshevik ideal, where Planned Parenthood services have become, in their mind, part of the regular welfare service of the government, just like in Stalinist Russia." End quote. Since I did foresee the current persecution of Christians in the US and by the US, I made sure to vote against the communists, or liberal progressives, as Paul Kengor calls them, if you will. If I would not have voted correctly, I would unavoidably feel co-responsible for the recent jailing of a US Christian, or the mass murders of Christians internationally. If you search lifesitenews.com for congressman and Nigeria, those two words, you will find a proof that a couple of thousand were murdered as a result of orders from the US executive branch of government. So again, you know, I would feel responsible if I wouldn't vote. And I still feel responsible. That's why I speak out here and stand up on overpasses, like this sign, okay? Now, my analysis is very similar to some of other people's you've heard, and there may be some other things you have not heard, so listen, okay? Here's my summary. This all seems to be caused internationally by just a few individuals. The only way these militant atheists can win is for them to pit one religion against another, and if there is not enough of the minority religion believers for that, the communists will import them. And this divide and conquer is going on in other spheres, like race against another race, denomination against another denomination, and so on. There is only one way to get America back to prosperity. Do not let the communists divide us again against each other, and vote, and please vote for truth as opposed to for false utopian promises. Once we win elections and put courageous patriots in government, we need to, among other things, stop government from forcing taxpayers to pay for abortions, stop Common Core ruining our youth and collecting data on us, stop federal police standardization, stop Obamacare that is destroying what used to be the best health care in the world, and help our military. I haven't written it down, but that's what I want to add. And boycott communist media and counter them with truth, for example, with messages on overpasses. We have to support the US Constitution, which has made this country prosperous. Thank you for listening, and I hope you can do all these things. And I hope to be with you on all of that, and God bless you. And God bless America.